Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. So, what did you think of Survivor Series War Games? My official rating for Survivor Series War Games was a 6.5 out of 10. It was an okay, PLE that didn't really do anything crazy. There was no unbelievable things that happened. There was a couple surprises and a couple really amazing things, but overall it was like a pretty steady, sort of safe show. Another like really easily booked, safe show for Triple H. Didn't really do anything out of the ordinary or crazy or something that was going to make our jaw drops or something that would rate this above a 6.5 or a 7 or an 8 or a 9 or even a 10 sort of PLE, which I thought it had the potential to be because of how much star power there was in this PLE and John Cena's final one and all these types of things. But it was a very average and mediocre show. And there were some storylines that got advanced potentially that you might see lead into Royal Rumble or WrestleMania or potentially like that. But again, my official rating is a 6.5 out of 10. What's your official rating? Drop that in the comments down below. Now, the show opened up with the women's War Games match, which I predicted was okay. Like, fine, nothing great happened, nothing amazing, nothing horrible. I still don't understand why Nia Jax is put on a show or promoted or wrestling or at all because there's so many women who are better than her on the roster. It's like absolutely unbelievable. Her and Nikki Bella, I just don't understand why they keep getting these spots to shine when all these other women probably deserve it, are better, more capable. Anyways, I could go on a rant about for days. But anyways, so that match was fine. The right team won. The babyface team should obviously win that opening match. Charlotte and AJ and Alexa and Kairi Sane, or not Kairi Sane, and Io Sky and Rhea Ripley win. Great choice. Like the right choice for the team to win. The match was just like fine. Like nothing special happened. Nothing horrible happened. It was just okay. Right? So great. Then we move on to match number 2, which was easily by far 100% the match of the night. John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio. If there is a wrestler, if there's a most improved wrestler that I've ever seen in my whole life, it's Dominic Mysterio. That dude has gotten so much better. He just understands wrestling now. You can see his brain clicking. Yes, he got to work with John Cena, so everything goes at the right moment when it should because John Cena just has that fucking feel. But this match was awesome. I don't know the injury spot. Like, that spot looked weird. He goes for the Hurricane Rana off the apron. John Cena catches him weird. They fall. Like, I think in that moment there, John Cena decided they were going to do the injury spot. They were going to do an injury spot at some point, obviously because the girls knew exactly when to come and all that type of stuff. But I don't think it was going to be that spot. That spot didn't go off well. It was almost quite dangerous. It looked like he did land on his shoulder and his head. And John Cena and Dom were able to play that off in real time. Really nice job. And then the girls got involved. Raquel and Roxanne did great. And then I keep forgetting that dude's name. Jordan Devlin was his old name, whatever. Anyways, Finn Balor and that other guy, it's totally blanking on his name. Absolutely totally blanking. I'm sorry about that, my friend. They come out, they do a great spot. And then the biggest spot of the night, the biggest pop, like loved it all. Liv Morgan comes out, returns. She slaps Dom in the face. Holy cow, she turns on Dom. Then she jumps into John Cena's arms. Then she gives the same sort of facial reactions that John Cena gave Cody Rhodes. She does the same thing. Liv Morgan, beautiful facial reactions. The emotion was absolutely incredible. She jumps off, kicks him in the wiener, belt, boom, bang, Dom wins. IC title is back in Dom's hands. So now when Gunther faces John Cena in his very last match, there is no title to get in the way. I do believe Gunther will be the one to wrestle John Cena in his very last match. This was perfectly executed from everyone in the Judgment Day. They needed every single member of Judgment Day needed to be there for them to beat John Cena, which makes John Cena look great. But John Cena is going to lose his final 2 matches because John Cena absolutely loves putting over younger talent or up-and-coming talent. And John Cena is the way he is, and people feel the way about John Cena because of the things he does like this. Kudos to John Cena. Match of the night, spot of the night, moment of the night. John Cena and Dominic Mysterio. Hats off to you guys. Incredible, incredible work. And then you move into the worst match of the night, which is Stephanie McCool and Nikki Bella. I give 0 credit to Nikki Bella for her wrestling ability, but to my dismay, she performed way better than I thought she would in this match. Obviously, Stephanie Vacour is going to win. Hopefully, we don't have to see Nikki Bella wrestle anymore. Hopefully, Brie Bella doesn't come back. Hopefully, Nia Jax doesn't. We don't have to see her in main event spots anymore. Lash Legend, I forgot to mention, I think did really, really well for her first really, really big spot. So kudos to Lash Legend. Yeah, Stephanie Vacour and Nikki Bella was fine. Whatever. Like, it didn't blow your socks off, and it wasn't the worst match I've ever seen, so thank God. I mean, we've seen some of those performances from Nikki Bella before. This wasn't her worst performance. It might have been one of her better performances, so that means kudos to Stephanie Vacour for being able to do that inside of the ring. Stephanie Vacour needs now a real challenger heading into Rumble, heading into WrestleMania. She needs something to sink her teeth into, and it's not Nikki Bella. It's not Nikki Bella. So weird that she got that spot in a huge PLE, a top 4 PLE in the WWE calendar. Like, it doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. We had that match after the John Cena match, and so, yeah. And then you move into the main event of the evening, like one of the most star-studded, stacked War Games matches I think we've ever seen, and it was also just a mediocre match. You know, kudos to CM Punk and Braun Breaker for working their ass off the whole match. They were in there from the beginning to the very end. I just can't get enough of Brock Lesnar selling. He's such a good seller. He moves, he shakes, he rolls, his hands are up, he's taking the Superman punches, he looks fucking jacked, and he's a beast, and he has so much intensity, and then he takes hits so well, and then he sells the moves so well, and it's like, looks so freaking legit. It's so nice. Just like I said that the baby faces on the women's side should win their War Games match, I was very adamant that the heels in the men's War Games match should win this match, because we also never got a why. We never got a why from anyone as to why they're teaming, why this is important to them, why they're coming together, even though they don't really like each other. And then, of course, the biggest thing that happened in the men's War Games match is we saw this sort of mystery opponent come, super kick, stomp, leave. Obviously, they want you to think that it's Seth Rollins. It's not Seth Rollins. I'm pretty sure, almost 95% sure, that it's Austin Theory. But again, I don't know. He was masked. But I think it's Austin Theory. What does that mean? Is he joining the Vision? Is he just, was he hired by Seth Rollins? Is Seth Rollins going to have a new group coming forward when he comes back from injury? What's that mean? Was it someone that Paul Heyman had in his back pocket? Was this all a ruse the whole time? Did Braun Breaker really not turn on Seth? Did he turn on him to create this sort of commotion thing where you don't think he's going to be there and then he's there? And like, what's happening with that story is the best thing that happened from this show outside of John Cena and Dominic Mysterio absolutely crushing their match and having match of the night by a long shot. This also, mystery guy creates some sort of story moving forward, and like WWE also teased the third installment of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, which I pray to God I hope we don't get. What I hope happens is that Cody Rhodes loses the title to Drew McIntyre as soon as possible at the hands of Randy Orton. Then Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes go feud, and then Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns meet at WrestleMania 42, and Roman Reigns wins that title back, and you see Brock Lesnar and Gunther clash at WrestleMania as well, and then you're going to see CM Punk and Braun Breaker clash at WrestleMania. Those are going to be some of your bigger matches at WrestleMania, and then what's going to happen? Will Seth Rollins be returned from injury by then? What's the Austin Theory situation? Is Logan Paul going to stay involved with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed? What's Brock Lesnar doing next? What's Drew McIntyre doing next? There's so many unanswered questions. What about Jimmy and Jey Uso? Are they fighting? What's this sort of thing happening with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, and who's CM Punk going to wrestle? Like, there's so many unanswered questions, which I think is a good thing that WWE did heading into what is Royal Rumble season, heading into WrestleMania season. But most importantly, what WWE is really focusing on now is the John Cena tournament. And so there's 4 guys left. I think Gunther is going to win that tournament, and you're going to see Gunther in John Cena's very last match. Gunther versus John Cena. Gunther is going to beat him, and it's going to establish Gunther as his absolute beast by beating Goldberg and John Cena in the calendar year, and then moving on to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 42. But that's what I thought about Survivor Series War Games. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.